Hi, we're talking with Bela Fleck here, who turned in a superior set today and also sat in with Abigail Washburn and did the Sonic stage. Is there anything you didn't do today?
To think I did all that, and not in a shy way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it feel good, all three?
Yeah, actually, it all felt really good. I was very happy to be here. And it's funny, when you're looking at a day like this, it's coming towards you and it's on your schedule, and you're like, oh my God, this day is going to be horrible. And then I finally got here and it was wonderful.
What's it like having Howard back in the band after, what, 15 years, something like that?
Yeah, 17, 18 years. It's great. It's great. I think we've all grown up a little bit, you know. We're all a little bit better at getting along. And not that we had trouble getting along, but still, so things are really easy and warm and very happy.
Yeah, and Rocket Science is fabulous.
How much do I owe you for that?
It's 11. Since you play a lot of songs in 11, it's 11 bucks.
You cut that. You cut that. Yeah.
No, it's really a fun record. We're playing a lot on the station. How was that a record where while you were making it, you were redefining who you guys were or rediscovering?
Both, probably. I mean, probably because we didn't want to just do a record that sounded like something we had done, but we wanted it to sound like the band, you know. And really, honestly, we could have made a record that didn't sound like us at all, but there wouldn't have been a lot of point to it, you know. Maybe we'll do that next time if we get to do another one. But it was like finding that old sound, but yet, honestly, what I think it is like we're picking up in 1993 when Howard left the band in 1992. It's like we're back. Like, what would we have done after UFO Tofu, which came out in '92, and like this is what we would have done after it if we had a few years. It's not the record that would have followed The Hidden Land, which we put out in 2006, or the Christmas album that we put out in 2008. You know what I mean? It really follows the earlier music. It's like an alternate timeline or something, like in a science fiction book where it all sort of happened in a different way than it really happened.
So like when you're traveling together and you're visiting places that you were together 17 years ago,
yeah.
Does it unlock a bunch of memories that you may not have thought of, because that's not the most recent time you've been there with?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some interesting things going on that way. Like, for instance, there are a lot of people who never saw the band with Howard, because Jeff was in the band for 14 years. So a lot of people came into knowing what the Flecktones were through the band with Jeff, or even live art, which even happened after Howard left. So now you have these people that are coming, they're like, who's this Howard Levy guy, and what's this all, what happened to Jeff? And then there's the people that are showing up that really kind of were into the early band, but then the band with Jeff wasn't really their cup of tea as much. So you have all these different things going on. So when the early people come, they're like crying, because it's like your parents hearing the music of their childhood or something and getting teary-eyed about it. They see the Flecktones as the music of their, you know, a certain time in their life.
Yeah.
But with Howard, that Flecktones, not the Flecktones with Jeff. So it's very curious. Again, it's like things are all in and out of time. There's all people experiencing it a lot of different ways, and luckily there's enough people experiencing it both ways that we have a lot of happy people.
Yeah. Well, I hope people keep getting happy. It's good for them.
I must agree, yeah.
And what's next? Are you going to stay on the road for quite a while? Are you going to record more, write more?
With Flecktones, have committed to touring through April. So we wanted to have a Flecktone year. So it's June to April. So it's 11 months, and after that there's no commitments made. That's the only commitment that was made, because everybody has very intense solo careers and things that they're really interested in pursuing separately. I'd be surprised if we don't do it again, but it won't be. I mean, we won't continue on in April. We'll go do other things and find another time if we all want to after a year together. But what I'm doing, I've been working on a banjo concerto that's premiering with the Nashville Symphony. They actually paid me to write this thing.
Well, this is this fall, right?
Yeah, and that's going to happen then, and then we're recording it on the opening night and filming it, and then we're going to put that out, and then hopefully I'm going to be playing with orchestras after the Flecktones get done, for, you know, at least some. And I have some other collaborations in mind as well.
If you're going to be playing with a bunch of orchestras, does that mean you have to go out and buy a lot of new clothes?
It does, although the truth is I could do it all in one outfit. Because when you play a concerto, you just come out and you play for half an hour, and then you leave. So I could probably, you know, get through a weekend with the same clothes.
Yeah. I hope you wash them, though.
I don't think it's absolutely necessary.
Well, Bela Fleck, thank you very much for everything.
Thanks, Mr. Sneed. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.